Welcome to Biz Filing's Expert Insights.
Hi, I'm Greg Corombus. Our guest this week on Expert Insights is Bridget Weston Pollack. She is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at the SCORE Association. She has also written a number of blog posts for the Small Business Administration and elsewhere, including one that's especially relevant at this time of the year as we head into the really fierce time of the holiday shopping season: 4 ways mom and pop businesses can outshine their bigger competitors. And Bridget, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure to talk to you and be a part of your podcast.
Let's start with the premise for why you wrote this. It seems like there might be a perception among mom and pop operations that they can't compete with the bigger retailers. Is that a factor for small businesses, and how much do you hear that?
Well, mom and pop organizations really have different challenges than big corporations, and it can seem overwhelming when all you're hearing about are these big box retailers and the businesses that are pervasive around the internet. But mom and pop shops are critical to the American economy. There are 27 million small businesses that make up 50% of the GDP, and that's really important to how our country can grow and support one another. So how they compete and how they thrive is critical to everyone here. And we want to make sure that they know they have the resources and they can have the edge to make sure that they succeed.
Yeah, the bigger retailers might have the name ID, but as you said, the small businesses are really the lifeblood of the economy. So let's get to some of the ways that small businesses actually have advantages over big businesses, starting with a first name basis. So why does that make a huge difference that if I own a mom and pop store, I know my customers by name, but the folks down at the Walmart or the Target might not?
Customers really do care about having that personalized service. So when you are a mom and pop shop that is integrated into the community that you serve and, develop those friendships with people in the communities, the customers that are coming will know, like, and trust that organization, and they will be naturally more inclined to visit again and again. So acknowledging that your customers are individuals and not just part of an algorithm builds that trust, builds goodwill, and can lead to more referrals and more business.
And you also stress in this category the importance of personalized service. What does that look like in a way that distinguishes from the larger retailers?
What it means is that you can just make sure that you talk to them and give them a little bit of personalization when they come in. So maybe it's personalized rewards. Maybe it's about knowing that some customers like, and a cup of coffee here and there. Other customers might like a discount every now and then. By knowing your customers and knowing their likes and preferences, you can tailor how you meet their needs and make sure that they will keep coming back and talk about you to their friends and family in the neighborhood.
The next area is nimble and flexible. That's fascinating on a number of levels, but most people would think that the larger retailers have more flexibility in some ways to meet shifting demands. But explain why you think it's actually an advantage for the small businesses.
Yeah, it might make sense that people would think large corporations can respond to market demand more quickly, but there are a lot of reasons why mom and pop shops may be more nimble and flexible. Large corporations often have a lot of red tape and tiers of buy-in before they can launch a new product or service or make improvements in answering customer feedback. So basically, the small business owner, the person that owns the shop or the company, they're really the decision makers. They don't need to cut through all of that red tape. And so if they see a need or a desire by the customers that they're looking to serve, they can, make a marketing plan. They can make that decision very quickly and nurture that customer loyalty by earning that repeat business.
We talked about personalized service. Very close to that is the customer experience, which you also stress in this section of being nimble and flexible. And that really means asking questions and getting to know your customer a little bit rather than saying, hey, those are on aisle 5, see you later. Getting to understand what they're about, what kind of projects they're into, and developing a relationship, really.
Exactly. So when that customer walks in the door that always comes in for a home improvement project, and you might know that they're working on their kitchen. And so you can say, hey, how's the kitchen going? Or we got this new product in. Or if you're in, a food store or a beverage store. You can know their needs and preferences. You can even call them if a new shipment comes in and say, we have this. Do you want me to put something aside for you? Having that leg up on knowing what your customers' likes and needs are will really, again, nurture that loyalty and keep them coming back.
The third section is it's part of the community. Small businesses are part of the community, and obviously there can be different franchises of the larger retailers in a community, but obviously the stake is bigger when that's your one spot. That's the community you've dedicated yourself to, the community you may be raising your family in, and so forth. How does that make a difference when the customer is making a choice?
Well, it's interesting. More and more consumers are saying that social responsibility matters, and it impacts how they make their decisions. So if a company can get involved in their local community and seeking to make that community better for those in need, that will attract a majority of consumers that are looking to make decisions based on that. So whether it is sponsoring the local T-ball team or donating a portion of your profits for a limited time to a local charity, even just having a box for food drives. Those are things that will stick in the consumer's minds and remind them that this organization cares not just about the bottom line, but about helping the community to improve, and it'll keep people coming back.
So when you see that T-ball team with the T-shirts for whatever business it is, it's almost more of these people really care about the people around them. It's not just an advertisement on these kids as they run around the bases.
Exactly. It's great advertising, right? But it's way more than that. It's showing that when you're feeling that sense of community cheering on your kid at the baseball game, you associate that store, that business with that feeling. And that will stick, and that will resonate, and that will keep people coming back.
Finally, shop small and shop local. How much does that matter other than the community aspect to consumers, especially as they're trying to find the best prices? And oftentimes the bigger retailers are able to get a little bit lower on the price.
I think that the first three things we talked about customer experience, giving back to the community, really making sure that the customer feels valued is something that the mom and pops can provide way more than any big retailer. And American Express's Small Business Saturday is an opportunity to remind all people out there, consumers, shoppers, business owners alike, that family-owned businesses really do drive the economy. And they are the majority of job creators in this world today. 78% of new jobs created each year come from these small family-owned businesses. So by supporting those businesses, we are supporting our economic growth. And every year, Small Business Saturday comes right after Black Friday. We are encouraging customers to buy from local businesses so that we can support, again, not just the community, not just that business, but our economy overall.
Last question, Bridget. As you deal with these small businesses, how well do you get the sense overall that they're embracing these concepts of investing in the community, getting to know, investing in their customers and understanding what their projects are and just getting to know them on a personal level? All the things we talked about, are small businesses embracing this? Are they understanding how it's an advantage, or is it still a work in progress?
It varies, just like with everything. It's on a scale, and those that are really good at stepping back and working on strategy and long-term vision understand the value of this and really take the time to step back. But one of the things we see here at SCORE is that it really can be hard for a small business owner to take the time to step back because they are so busy with day-to-day, with cash flow, with customers, with marketing, with HR issues. And that's why having a mentor for your business can really help you to understand the value of all these things and how it really does impact the bottom line. So for anyone out there who's not sure if this really makes sense or wants to do it but isn't sure how to take the time, I would encourage everyone to find a mentor, whether it's with SCORE or elsewhere, to make sure that your business succeeds in the way that you want it to.
Great advice all the way around. Bridget, thank you so much for your time and for your great insights. We really appreciate it today.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
You too. Bridget Weston Pollack is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at the SCORE Association. I'm Greg Corombos, and for more information on this topic, please call Biz Filings at 844-202-0707.
Biz Filings, a Wolters Kluwer company, has been incorporating businesses since 1996.